Hi, my name is Paul Rellinger. I'm the Communication Chair for CPS ECP, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Sylvain TC, a spokesperson with DocLinks, one of the many member benefit suppliers that CPS ECP members can take advantage of. Welcome, Sylvain.
Thank you.
I'm glad you could make the time. I really am. Tell me, if you could, maybe off the top, a little bit about DocLinks, a little bit of its history, how it works, what's offered. I understand there's some pretty serious discounts that are available through DocLinks, which is pretty cool.
There is. So DocLinks was started a few years ago by two Georgian Bay boaters that were really looking at the concept that if they can get some discounts in order to save some money and to use that money to boat more. So kind of the slogan was kind of like save more, boat more. That was kind of the idea of what DocLinks was all about. And their model was really to try to get some of their membership, to get some discounts from some retailers and everything else. And for the retail side, really get some an opportunity to get their message out to the various boaters. So that's kind of where it all started a few years ago in Georgian Bay. Recently, it kind of moved over a little bit with a relationship that they had with MD Marine and different things. And DocLinks is starting to grow from a place where it was really an affinity play, where they're looking for discounts for boaters, to more of a community play, where they're looking at growing different parts of the program for different reasons.
So it's undergone somewhat of a transformation over the years.
Well, with COVID, the transformation is still going. It's been slow in the process. COVID's been very difficult to get everything moving. Especially with the lack of trade shows and different things, where the community hasn't really had many opportunities to get together and have these discussions. And the same thing is going to visit different dealers in different places has been a little bit more difficult as well.
Well, hopefully this will help spread the word
It will.
a little bit more. You talked about the discounts, and not lost on anybody, I would imagine, especially those who have a boat, is boating is not cheap. And it's a great passion that people have, but it comes at a cost. And those costs, like everything else, never go down. They seem to be rising all the time. So the discount portion, I know you talked about the building community portion, but the discount portion is just has such a great attraction for boaters.
Yeah, and that's really why it's kind of our first pillar of what we've gone after. And one of the main discounts that we've gotten is a fuel discount, which is not going to fall on deaf ears with the price of fuel right now. What we've been able to get from a lot of our vendors is we've been able to get kind of a 5 cent a liter discount. But if you take that in consideration for the $50 membership fee, if you will, if you put 1,000 liters of fuel, you'll basically become revenue neutral on that part. And I think most power boaters anyways, are going to put at least 1,000 liters of fuel this summer. So that part's kind of an interesting one. We've also got things like pump outs. We've got trains and slip discounts where they get 35% off on trains and slips, because the goal for us was really to get boaters moving. We want people to go boating, which is what we all enjoy doing anyway, and trying to do it as efficiently as possible.
And I take it like many that are affiliated with the boating industry, recreational boating industry, you're confident that despite the many hiccups that COVID has provided, that boaters will get out there again this summer and enjoy doing what they love to do.
I think definitely they will be going out this summer. I think everybody's been itching with all COVID and everything else just to get some normalcy back into their lives. The fuel prices are definitely not going to help, but I think everybody just wants to get out. So I think it might be shorter trips or different things like that. But anyway, the DocLinks can help out. That's what we're looking for. And there's many other benefits. The fuel one's just an easy one. There's restaurant discounts. There's all sorts of different things. There's a good discount on Sperry shoes. And there's a slew of benefits that are available that you can see on our website. The most important one to your members, though, is I think they'll enjoy knowing that as a CPS member, there's a $15 savings to that membership. So instead of $50, they get it for $35.
Okay, and actually, that's great you mentioned that. I was kind of leading into my next question. I mean, the partnership with CPS ECP that DocLinks has, it really provides an invaluable add-on for our members. Can you tell us, maybe it's a simple reason, but can you tell us why or DocLinks decided to get involved with CPS ECP in the first place?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. One is I think it's a tremendous organization that's done a lot of great things over the history for boaters, and just the whole education piece is very important. And for us, as we go through the interview, if we can talk a little bit about the different pillars that we're working on. One of the pillars of DocLinks is really in the education piece. Because we do feel that the more boaters get more educated about different situations and everything else, that it can get more comfortable, they're going to go explore a lot more things and everything like that. So the education piece was a pivotal piece for our members and what we're trying to do. And I think CPS is a natural fit for that part of it.
And really, in any true partnership, there has to be benefits for both parties. And if I'm hearing you right, as much as DocLinks and the reduced membership is certainly a benefit to CPS members, for DocLinks, being affiliated with that education piece is an important part, as you said, and it speaks to one of your pillars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what we've done is we've surveyed. We've got a little over 12,000 members that we've got. And we've surveyed most of them just to find out what are some of the things that they're looking for. And there's no doubt that the affinity play as far as getting discounts is something that was very important to them. But what has come out is part of the community piece is they'd like to see more of a concierge service where they've got access to ask questions to captains, to anglers, maybe mechanics, sailors, different ideas like that. The other pillar that came out was education. They really want to get around some technical training, but also some practical training around some events and everything else. And we're not sure how to do that yet, but that was some of the things that they came out with. And then some, with the digital world the way it is right now, around some tools that we could share, map sharing, find a friend, wind apps, weather apps, event registration. Is there a possibility that there's kind of like a one touch and they can press to get to an event? Finding vacant slips for transient boaters and different things. So those are all things that we're working on. And then the last pillars are really around events. Boaters are very social people. They're looking for opportunities to meet more people with similar passions. So rendezvous with different segments, because not everybody's got a big powerboat. Some people are in sea-doos, personal watercrafts. Some people like to fish. One of the ideas that came up during the COVID was some virtual scavenger hunts. And how do you do that? So anyway, there's a lot of good ideas. Unfortunately, it's kind of the chicken and the egg. What comes first, the membership or the events and different things? But we're working on that continuously, and we're really excited of this year of starting to play into those different things.
And man, you can spend $50 and not get a lot of that stuff. So that's pretty good value for the buck, and certainly for CPS members, even better, right? Because it's a bit of a reduced rate. And that survey aspect that you mentioned, that's interesting. There are many organizations out there, and surveys certainly aren't new, but it's important to have that outreach and know what your members want, right? I mean, we pretend we know everything, but sometimes we're surprised.
No, and that's definitely, we've got a marketing agency that we deal with, and that's the biggest question, probably the question I hate the most when they ask me, but they always come back and go, well, how do you know? And then that always gets you scratching your head going, okay, you're right, I don't know. So then it goes, find out, just ask them the question and you're going to be surprised. So that's really how we got directed toward more of the community base. I think the affinity play it is a great benefit and everybody would be happy with it, but it wouldn't really have a longevity to it. What we were looking for is something that people can really sink their teeth in and something that they wanted to be part of. And that's why we've kind of twisted it a little bit and moved it more towards a community-based opportunities and different things. And what are they looking for?
And DocLink certainly has its finger on the pulse of its membership, no question. I'll let you go soon. This has been terrific. Learned a lot about DocLinks and certainly about the relationship with CPS ECP. Before I let you go, I just want to ask, and I think you've answered this in a roundabout way, but maybe you can just summarize it for me. How does DocLink see its membership with CPS ECP as just basically at the end of the day, a good fit with its business model, with what it's trying to do?
So one of the things that I love about CPS and their members is they're very involved in the community. So for us, the fit, where who does the that whole flare pickup and disposal of the flares, who's involved in the marinas on a regular basis. It just seems that CPS always comes out. Their membership is very good and very involved in the boater community. So for us, that was a natural fit because we want to get involved. As you know, boaters talk. There's always they always meet doc talk or different things like that. And what I love about CPS members most of the time is that they're always willing to share their knowledge and share their experiences and different things with anybody that's interested, because they care about this activity so much. So it was really a crucial part of where DocLinks wanted to go, not for the affinity play, but for the overall community play. And I think that's where there's a real good synergy between the two companies, if you will, of how do we move forward to make boating better.
Yeah,
And that's really where we're looking at. And
you're absolutely right. Boaters of anything, at the end of the day, are a very passionate group of people and love what they do. But as you said, love sharing knowledge of what they do and their experiences. Sylvain, I want to thank you very, very much. I know you're a busy guy. This has been great. We know a lot more about DocLinks than we knew 8 minutes ago. So I thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best with DocLinks moving forward.
All right. Thanks, Paul. It was great. We're great to meet you.